government of India has to go by the spirit of the Indian Constitution, and the states who are asking for it cannot be denied.
A slew of reforms aimed at boosting a sharply slowing economy have triggered a political firestorm. Schools, businesses and government offices were shut today in many parts of the country as protesters blocked roads and trains as part of a one-day nationwide strike against those sweeping economic reforms. Hello and welcome. You're with We Mean Business. I'm Shweta Rajpal-Kohli. On the show today, we're asking if the ongoing reform process is also giving more power to the states to decide whether or not they want reforms, and how will the center-state relations play out. Here on, let me introduce our guests on the show today. Mr. Gurudas Das Gupta, Lok Sabha MP of CPI, joining us from Kolkata. Mr. Gurcharan Das, author and former CEO of Procter & Gamble. Mr. S.C. Tripathi, former Petroleum Secretary. Also, M.K. Venu, Managing Editor of the Financial Express, with me here in the Delhi studio. Kumar Ketkar, Chief Editor of Daily Marathi, also joins us from Mumbai. And I also spoke with earlier to Mr. Thomas Verghese, the chairman of CII National Committee on Marketing. That will play out in just a bit. But first, let's take a look at what the government stand continues to be on some of those critical reforms, particularly FDI in multi-brand retail. Speaking with my colleague Srinivasan Jain today, Commerce and Industry Minister Anand Sharma once again reiterated that there's no case for a rollback and that they did try to build political consensus, especially with Mamata Banerjee. Let's listen in.
When you had this long meeting with her, what was her view?
She then told me that no, she cannot agree, but that is, she did mention that it is in my manifesto. I read her manifesto out of academic interest. If you pick up the manifesto of Trinamool Congress,
yes,
that is for the assembly elections, actually it talks of what we are seeking to do. Food processing, agro-processing, cold storage.
I've read that actually.
So there is no mention
private mandis and so on.
But it is not mentioned that FDI in multi-brand retail.
But she did, on record, tell you at that meeting.
She did tell
that
me
she is against
manifesto. She is against it. But then I told her that we have to respect your views when it comes to Bengal. But India is a union of states, and therefore, any policy, enabling policy, the decision has to be made by the states concerned. Now, a state which does not want it has the right to take the decision, but a state which wants it cannot be deprived by a state which does not want it.
So, in effect, sir, what you are saying to her is that you are going ahead. Yeah, but did you indicate to her that you are going ahead regardless of her objection?
Now, listen, there is a way you talk to your political ally.
No, I know.
It is not a question of regardless of your opposition. What I told her, that the government of India has to go by the spirit of the Indian Constitution, and the states who are asking for it cannot be denied.
What did she say to that? Finally, on what note did the meeting end? Did she say,
you will be creating two Indias? I said, no. The same the chief ministers can say about you then. So I said, that's not fair. That can one chief minister, that elected chief minister, popular chief minister, taking a decision has to be respected. But then others are also elected popular chief ministers.
Did she, sir, indicate at that meeting that if you decide to go ahead with it, she will take this extreme step?
I did not get any indication of that kind. I thought that she would be comfortable to have other states take their decisions. But in any case, under the Constitution of India, every state has equal rights.
We are literally 24 hours away from her deadline of withdrawing support.
I'm not going to delve further into it.
Okay, I'm not now on...
Nor I'm going to comment as to what she will do and what she will not do.
I'm not asking you on what she will do. I'm asking you what the government is going to do. Is there going to be any rethink, given that you're just 24 hours away from a key ally withdrawing support?
I have made it clear. Prime Minister has made it clear. Finance Minister has made it clear. Let's move on. We have taken a decision.
No question of rolling back on it.
Listen, the government has to have some conviction and credibility. We have thought it through. We have taken a view.
So is the story of reform a story that's going to play out differently in different states? Are we heading for a really new wave of centre-state relations. Mr. Gurcharan Das, your first thoughts on the centre's strategy to really push this logic through, that when it comes to FDI and multi-brand retail, it's up to the states to decide whether they want it or not. Also, when it comes to giving some sort of relief in the form of diesel prices or those extra subsidized LPG cylinders, it's up to the states to take that hit and go and give that extra relief to consumers. How do you see some of these developments really playing out?
I think this is a historic moment in our history, and this particular bill concerning large supermarkets is a very important moment in a new federalism that's coming into our country. And it's a wonderful thing, frankly, that the states, our states are like large countries, and they should have the right to make decisions for themselves. And it shows a great maturity on the part of Anand Sharma and the way they have framed this law, that it gives states the freedom. In fact, this is perfectly within our constitution, the spirit of our constitution, that power should go downwards not only to the states, but the states should also learn a lesson and let it go down further to the panchayats and to the municipalities, who should get a degree of freedom to operate. So I personally think that we are at a moment of a new federalism, which is a wonderful thing.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.